I would like to welcome Commission members to this first full meeting since COVID-19 commenced, and to thank you for your invaluable input during the crisis and for making time for this meeting. Thank you also to Cuneo and Yang Tai for participating in this high-level opening session to mark the return to the regular work of the Commission. Specifically, I would like to thank Cuneo for our close cooperation on customs issues over the years that I have been Secretary-General. I want to take this opportunity to briefly report on ICC's refocus of our work program to tackle the economic effects of COVID-19 and our recent key outputs, including our historic cooperation with other international organizations. Please allow me to draw your attention to 1. The ICC Global SOS Campaign. The COVID crisis is having a very direct impact on global supply chains, with SMEs and micro SMEs being the hardest hit. This SOS campaign launched to draw global attention to this crisis of the real economy and provides policy advice of some significance to support SMEs, with a number of key policy papers having been launched, including a critical paper on customs and access to information, on changing customs regimes and support for these new approaches to help SMEs function, in addition to supporting their digitalization more generally. That's how you build resilience with the SMEs. Separately, you should also be aware of a critical application we have developed to help restore confidence in mobility for the real economy. It is called ICC AOK Pass. AOK Pass is a blockchain-enabled global verification technology that applies a decentralized technical standard to issue, present and verify an individual's COVID-19 status. Whilst first trials and cooperation initiatives are underway, this is a key project in the context of customs and transport, with enormous potential to help keep borders open for passenger transport, as well as allowing movement into ALIA for crews of vessels. We welcome WCO and ITF OECD efforts on reacting to COVID-19 and to their support in highlighting our collective experience and best practices. I thank you both, Cuneo and Yang Tai, for your willingness to meet and cooperate with ICC, with WCO specifically on digitalization and the circular economy, and with ITF OECD on transport more broadly. I would also like to introduce the Reef Focus workstream in the Commission, this time on transport. This workstream will operate as an internal think tank to develop ICC positions, policy advice and business principles, specifically on supply chains of the future, how they need to change to be more flexible and resilient in case of future crises. This would be a first step in the cooperation between ICC and ITF OECD. This workstream will operate via working groups on 3 distinct topics under the umbrella of our Supply Chains of the Future project. Firstly, through trade digitalization and blockchain. Secondly, through sustainability and the circular economy. And thirdly, through last mile delivery and vehicle automation. I am delighted, Cuneo, that we are also able to operationalize the very topics we discussed earlier this year, namely digitalization and the circular economy. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for your attention, and I wish participants a fruitful meeting.